Hey guys, attorney Lakota Denton. I'm a personal injury lawyer here in Asheville, North Carolina. I want to talk to you about how much your Asheville, North Carolina personal injury case is worth. It's the biggest question I get when people come to my office or they call me with a case. They've been in a car accident in Asheville, or maybe they've been a pedestrian in Asheville and they've been hit by a car. Everyone wants to know what their case is worth. In Asheville in particular, which is part of Buncombe County, cases are not worth the same as they are in other parts of the country. You hear stories about huge numbers, like millions of dollars for a broken leg and hundreds of millions of dollars for hot coffee and all this. And you hear these stories, and most of these big verdicts, these big numbers that you're hearing about, insurance settlements, a lot of those are California, New York, Florida. These are states where the laws are a little different, and basically the jury verdicts are a lot bigger. And it also means that the insurance settlements are a lot bigger. So insurance companies are willing to pay more money when they know that you're in a venue, in a court system where the jury's going to offer more money. And Asheville is not a place, it's not known for large numbers. And insurance companies know this. And so cases tend to settle for less in Asheville than they do in other states. And they tend to get lower jury verdicts than they do in other states. So the location of where your accident was and where your insurance claim will view your accident, that's a big factor in how much your case is worth. Now, the other things that, of course, have a major role in how much your case is worth are things like how serious your injuries were, how serious your crash was, the amount of damage to your vehicle, whether or not your injury is permanent, whether or not you needed surgery for your injuries, and how much your medical bills are. So what happens is the insurance company will evaluate your claim, and they're going to look at all these different factors, and they're going to come up with a value range for your claim. And they're going to tell their insurance adjuster, here's a range to offer on this particular case. I want to tell you one final thing that has a big impact on the value of your case, and that is going to be who your lawyer is. So I know in Asheville there are 4 or 5 good lawyers who will try personal injury cases in front of juries. And if you are a lawyer that has a reputation of trying cases before juries, especially in Asheville, the insurance companies know that, and that will scare them a little bit, and they will offer more money to people whose lawyers have shown that they can try a case and win a case in front of a jury. So who you hire as a lawyer is a big impact. The location of where your case is has a big impact, and obviously the severity of your injuries. Now, when you want to increase the value of your case, and you talk to a lawyer about how to increase the value of your case, there are a lot of things that I can do or any lawyer will do to increase the value of your case. Most importantly, your lawyer is going to help make sure that your doctors are able to articulate in your medical records how serious your injury is. So one really important thing that your doctor can do is your doctor can tell you in your medical record whether or not you have a permanent injury, and if so, how serious it is. So what I will do if someone comes to me and they have a case and they have a back injury that is going to be there for a long time, maybe they had back surgery, what I will do is I'll write that doctor and I'll ask him, hey, is my client's injury permanent? Did it come from the car accident? And if it is permanent, what percentage impairment do they have? And that's called an impairment rating. And so the doctor will say, oh, this person has lost 10% use to their back, or they've lost 15% use to their arm or their elbow. And they'll actually come up with a number that you have lost ability on a certain body part. And that actually helps insurance companies offer more money on your case. It helps increase the value of your case when they can see in writing that there's an actual number the doctor is saying is associated with your injury. So again, all of these things play a role in how much your case is worth, but a huge factor is where you are located. If you're in Asheville, North Carolina, like me, in most of my cases, you're probably not getting quite as high of an offer as you would if you were down in South Carolina or in Florida or in New York or in these cases that you read about online. So a lot of people read online like, hey, how much is my case worth? What is a personal injury calculator? And those are not good calculators for you if you're in Asheville, because a lot of those are looking at numbers in Southern California or New York City where the numbers are just going to be much, much higher, and it can give you an unreasonable expectation of what your case is worth. So if you have questions about what your case is worth, especially if you're in Asheville, you can give me a call. I do free consultations. I'm happy to talk to you about what your case is worth. And I'll be honest with you. I won't try to give you these high expectations just so you sign up with me. I'll be very clear and very honest about what your case is worth. And I'll also tell you if you can settle your case on your own. A lot of smaller cases don't need a lawyer, and I'm happy to tell you how to do that on your own. I don't want to handle these really small cases when you could do that on your own and not pay a lawyer. So again, Attorney Lakota Denton, personal injury lawyer. I'm in Asheville, North Carolina. Call me if you have any questions about anything I've said. Thanks.